Hi friends, welcome to Data Info. In this video, we will talk about one basic and most frequently asked interview question between 0 to 4 years of SQL interview. So the problem is here we need to discuss about segregate data. So we need to remember one thing. This is kind of a problem when the interviewers ask you, he will expect answer from you because it is very basic and very simple. If you give the answer to this question, then it will create you the positive vibe in the interview. So the question is segregate data. It is very straightforward question. We have this source table. If you see here in this source table, we have ID column and name and location. So by using this source table, we need to generate these two outputs. So in fact, we need to generate two different output. One is this one and another one is this one. So we need to write two different queries. One query is to generate this particular output and another query to generate this particular output. So here, if you see in this expected output, we need ID column, name column and location. And if you see here, this ID column is coming from this particular values. So if you see here in source table, we have 1 to 5. Here we are populating 1. 1 to 5. Here we are populating 1 means we are taking the least number from this data. From this data, we are taking the least number. The least number is 1 here. So that is what we need to display here. And another one here in another column, we need to ignore the null values and we need to fetch the single record. After ignoring null values or blank values, so whatever the value is coming, that value we need to populate. Here also same thing. So here we need to ignore null values or blank data. Here also same, ignore null or blank data. Null or blank data, but a distinct value. Only single record is enough. So here also same thing, but here we need to populate min value from ID column because 1 is the least number in my source data. So let's write the query for this. If I go to SQL Server, so this is my source table. If you see the same data, so first of all, I will populate least value. Least value means I can use the aggregate function. So aggregate function I am applying on the integer column, that is ID, from my table. So you will see 1 here. This is expected. So I will give the aliasing as ID. Then after that, I need to generate other two columns also, right? So other two columns are nothing but name and location. So we have different ways actually. One way is like we can write in this way. Let's start from limit 1. Order by, if you want to order, because we need only single value, that is least number, right? Order by ID, then limit 1. You can use this query also, but the problem is, if you let me write top, we have it in top, right? Here top we need to use, this is equal to top 1. You got the least value, but the problem is other other two values. When you fetch the top record, the top, if you think like it is anyway ID equals to 1, but other two columns are having null in the source side. So for ID 1, the other two columns are null, so this query won't work here. You can able to populate 1, but the problem is other two values are null. So due to that reason, what we need to do is to ignore the null values. We have one function that is nothing but aggregate function only. Min or max you can use. For now I will use min. So here the tricky part is we can use this aggregate function only on the numeric columns, right? But we can use it in string function also. That is the main catch in this interview question. So we can use this aggregate function min max in string columns also. What will happen if you apply aggregate function on top of string column means it will ignore the blank values. So let me write it, min then location. Aliasing also I will use same column names. I will remove this query. So if you see here, now this is the output. So what happened here? This particular This particular thing is ignored, blank values. Unwanted data is not coming. So to segregate the data, and if you want to ignore null values, then we can use min function or max function also same here. So this is first result set. If I go to here, this is my first result set. The second result set here is the two columns are populating same value only, name and location same. Only one is changing, that is ID column, and here we are populating 5. This is nothing but max value. Here the min value, here max value. So just I need to change one column formula. That is nothing but max. Other two columns are straightforward only, but for your reference, I will change and tell you even max also will work to ignore the unwanted records. Unwanted records means null values. So max will also in the same way. So let me write all the queries. So ID 1 with other two columns, ID 5 with other two columns. So we write the two queries for two expected outputs. So it is working fine. So here the moral of the story is don't forget to use min and max aggregate functions and string columns. Sometimes we overthink a solution when we just need to take it easy. So here the solution is very simple, but we will think in many ways. So the moral of the story is this one. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.